Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Education without values is like a flower without fragrance. A blissful afternoon to our respected and honored chief guest, Dr. Gururaj Karajagi sir, a living legend amidst us. Our guest of honor, Lion Harsha Dambal sir, our respected chairman, MJF Lion Jayaprakash Tengenkai sir, our honorary secretary, Lion Shambhu Yavgal sir, our respected principal, Mrs. Neha Gargoli ma'am, respected management members and your teachers of various institutions, Lions Club President N.R. Patil sir, Lion Club members, dear teaching and non-teaching staff of our esteemed institute, Lions English Medium School. I take great privilege and honor to stand before you and host a mesmerizing program of our esteemed institute. To invoke the blessings of the Almighty God on each one of us gathered here, may I call upon our dear teachers to render the invocation song. For your soulful singing. Now I take the privilege of inviting our respected chairman, MJF Lion Jayaprakash Tengenkai sir, to deliver the welcome address.
Respected Dr. Gururaj Karajagi sir, Gurugalu, Atmiyarada Lion Dambal sir, President MJE Society, Lion Dr. N.R. Patil, Past District Governor, Lion Punaji, esteemed members of the School Managing Committee, Chairman and Presidents of all other schools, members of Lions Club of Hubli, respected principal and the teachers. Very good afternoon to all of you. On behalf of our school management and the entire school fraternity, it gives me great pleasure to warmly welcome you all to this Teachers Motivational Address by Dr. Gururaj Karajagi. It's a matter of pride and honor for us to have with us today, Dr. Gururaj Karajagi. In fact, we have been trying to invite him, or our try was going on for the last more than 4 years. One way or other way, he was not available, and as you all know, that he is an international famed educationist. We have been kind enough today that he has accepted our invitation and is today with us. Actually, our dream has come true. Dr. Karajagi is a distinguished educationist, an inspiring speaker, and a true mentor for teachers. His thoughts, words, and teachings have guided and motivated countless educators across the country. His contribution to the field of education is truly invaluable. ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರು ಯಾವುದೇ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ನಿಜವಾದ ಶಕ್ತಿ. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ದ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಟು ದ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್. ಇಂತಹ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು ತಮ್ಮ ವೃತ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಮರುಪರಿಶೀಲಿಸಲು ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯುಯೇಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ಸ್, ಹೊಸ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ತುಂಬಿಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಹಾಗೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯದ ಮಹತ್ವವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಅರಿಯಲು ಸಹಕಾರಿ ಆಗ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಂದಿನ ಇವರ ಪ್ರೇರಣಾದಾಯಕ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಚಿಂತನೆಗೆ ದಾರಿ ತೋರುವುದಲ್ಲದೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಭವಿಷ್ಯದ ನಿರ್ಮಾಣದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ಬದ್ಧತೆಯನ್ನು ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ಬಲಪಡಿಸುತ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. We are grateful to Dr. Karajagi sir for accepting our invitation and sharing his valuable time and wisdom to our teachers. Students and parents also had the advice from him. Once again, I extend a very warm and respectful welcome to Dr. Gururaj Karajagi and wish the function a great success. ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಾಗತ, ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Thank you, dear sir, for your inspiring words. May I now request our Honorary Secretary, Lion Shambhu Yavgal sir, to give a brief introduction about our esteemed institute, Lions English Medium School.
A brief history about our school in a few moments. In the year 1972, under the chairmanship of late Lion Siddhana Yavagal, the school was inaugurated. Our motto of the school was constituted to impart all development and provide quality education to students. The school was started with a bare strength of 70 in the 1972 and now has reached more than 800 students. Today, our school is equipped with smart boards in all the classrooms, well-established chemistry, mathematics, artificial intelligence and robotics lab, computer lab, a dedicated arts room, a library with vast collection of books, including a digital library. Every Saturday is observed as a no-bag day for students from 1st standard to 4th standard. On these days, the students actively participate in singing, storytelling, arts and crafts, personality development activities, games and life skills based learning. In the areas of sports, our campus offers excellent coaching including badminton, cricket net practice, table tennis, lawn tennis, volleyball, basketball and many more activities. We are proud to have a strong and supportive alumni network. which serves as the backbone of our institution. Our alumni includes members of the State Legislative Assembly, UPSC achievers, leading doctors in India and abroad, top industrialists, leading company CEOs, hoteliers, business leaders, and professionals excelling in the diverse fields. In the coming years, we do have plans for further development in academics and sports. Thank you.
Has always been a symbol of knowledge, wisdom, and enlightenment. May I request our honored dignitaries to kindly come forward for the lighting of the lamp. Respected dignitaries, it is now my proud privilege to call upon our respected principal, Neha Gadgoli ma'am, to introduce today's chief guest, Dr. Gururaj Karajagi sir, to the gathering.
Gentleman, he doesn't want to be introduced. I had done a small little introduction in the morning, but look at this gentleman, he says that was enough and we don't want it. I think he's a person who doesn't need an introduction, am I right? So I should skip because we need to listen to him more and then not to me. Okay, so we will proceed with the next program.
To honor and express our gratitude, I request our respected chairman, MJF Lion Jai Prakash Tengenkai sir, and our honorary secretary, Lion Shambhu Yafgal sir, to felicitate our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Gururaj Karajagi sir. Personality amidst us, Lion Harsha Dambal sir. Sir, you're requested to kindly come on the stage.
For teachers is very close to my heart. Do you need this? If you want a pen, I have got extra pen. Yes, we start with a beautiful exercise. Close your eyes. All of you, close your eyes. For you when you were in distress, they offered emotional support. Some offered even financial support. So many faces you come across. Alright? Open your eyes now. You got the paper with you and pen. I'll give you 3 minutes time. I'll set my watch. 3 minutes time. Write down the names of all the teachers who taught you. Write down the names. Name should be real. No imaginary dates. And if you ask me, how can I write all the names in 3 minutes? You will see the difference now. You start writing. I hope the Lions school will give me different results. Same result I got everywhere. Initially, the pen starts writing down very fast. Names flood in. After writing about 8 to 9 names, the pen starts slowing down. You start scratching your head and say, I remember the face, but I can't remember the name. Am I right? It happens. One and a half minutes over. Some of them have stopped writing. I mean, there's no competition to write more names. There's no competition. You can write whatever you can remember. This is such a useful experiment. And it touches. When you go back and reflect on this experiment activity you are doing, think of it later on. You find it so meaningful. 2 minutes over. 1 more minute now. Your teachers are different from the other person teachers. "20 seconds more." Usually wonder, how can I write all the names in 3 minutes? But you find 3 minutes is too much. You can't write all the names. Anybody less than 6? She said 6. Nobody less than 6. So I take 6 as the minimum. Okay? Anybody wrote more than 15 names? Yes. I know. Very good. Very good. More than 20 names? Oh, good. More than 30? Sorry, no. 20 above. How many minutes? 25, ma'am. 25. Somebody wrote 27 names. That's the highest? 27 is highest. Okay? So in this group, minimum is 6, maximum is 27. All names real. Your good name, ma'am? Bharti Bagalkot. Shrimati Bharti Bagalkot wrote 27 names in 3 minutes. We should appreciate. We should clap for it. But I have a question to ask. Can you guess as to how many teachers have taught you? From whatever level you learned, from nursery or primary to the master degree or doctoral degree or B.Ed degree, M.Ed degree. We have done so many degrees. Can you guess as to how many teachers have taught us? Rough guess, wild guess. More than? I've done some research on this. India is the land of diversities. And there are some schools where it's called single teacher schools. All classes are taken by a single teacher. Ekopadhyaya Shaligadon. On the other side, we have got international schools where a subject is taught by 4 teachers. Prose separate, poetry separate, then grammar separate, and communicative English separate. This is the wide spectrum we have. We've got so many teachers, art teacher, dance teacher, music teacher, craft teacher. The number of teachers we are taught is between 100 to 125 teachers. In addition, there are tuition teachers also. I forget the higher one. Take the lower one. 100. That is taken as the minimum. Bharati remembers 27 names. That means she has forgotten 73 names. Is it not right? Understand what I am saying? If she has written 6 names, she has written large number of names forgotten. Please remember, my friends, think with me. When you start recollecting the names of the teachers or the faces of the teachers, you realize that large number of names are lost in the hazy cloud of memory. I don't remember them. When you go to the shopping mall, a person may go bypass you. You may not even remember that he was a teacher. But some teachers you remember by face. You tell your husband or wife, I think he was my teacher in the school, but I don't remember what is his name. Has it not happened to you? That means remembers face, but you don't no name attached to it. But for some teachers, when you see them, you feel like going and touching their feet and telling them, they may not remember you. Tell them, sir, you remember, I was the student, sir. Has it not happened to you? That happens to a few teachers. But there are one or two teachers you remember so strongly, and you believe that whatever you are today, it's because of that person. Is it not right? There have been some teachers like that. Unfortunately, not in large numbers. Maybe one or two teachers you can think of. Alright? Now, the last part of it, 3 parts you have got to experiment now. First is, you remembered all the teachers. Second, you wrote down the names. Now, the third part is very interesting. Keep your pen ready and the list ready. I'll give only 10 seconds for that act. 10 seconds only. Keep the list ready. Okay? Mark one name whom you call your favorite teacher. Best teacher. One name. You don't require 10 seconds. Pen directly goes there and takes it. Right? Agree with me? Yes. Now, since I have less time, I'll ask 2 or 3 of you to mention that name of a teacher and 2 qualities that impressed you so much. Don't elaborate, don't explain. Just mention 2 qualities that you liked in that teacher, because of which he became your best teacher. Alright? He or she. Who will start? Yes, sir.
My name is Gururaj. Up to that, I was very dull student.
No explanation.
Okay.
Name of the teacher.
Geeta Hegde, she taught me science. So acid basis and starts for the chapter. She just took me near her maid's room and she put her hands on me and gave something to eat. And she started very loud.
Yeah. 2 qualities you liked in her is she was personalized in approach. She gave individual attention to every child, called separately, appreciated you and taught you, and she was a good teacher. Alright? 2 qualities you liked her. Anybody else? Quickly, ma'am.
Shanwar sir and Thedam Kanda sir idru. Though I am an English teacher now, but I literally remember what he has taught. ಅವ್ರು ಇಷ್ಟು ಚಂದ ಕಲಿಸ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಇಷ್ಟು ಇಂಪ್ರೆಸಿವ್, ಇಷ್ಟು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಸರಳವಾಗಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅವ್ರು ಭಾಳ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರು ಹುಡುಗರ ಜೊತೆ.
Very good, very good. Content wise very good, knowledge very knowledgeable, and secondly very friendly with the students. Okay? Can somebody? Yes, quickly.
ನಾನು ವಾಣಿ ದೇಸಾಯಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿತವಳು. ಸೊ ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟು ಅವರೇ ಕಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು 1 to 4. ಸೊ ಅವರು ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಮತ್ತು ನಾನು ಭಾಳ ಮಿಸ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇದ್ದೆ. ನನಗೆ ಅವರು ಭಾಳ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಅವರು ನನಗೆ ಕಲಿಸ್ತಾರೆ.
Very good. One is she was very good out of them. I tell you, mischief is a sign of intelligence. Dull fellows cannot be mischievous. You have to be mischievous, you have to be intelligent, otherwise you can't do it. Yes, I should ask you.
My name is Anand Kusti, and my favorite teacher's name was Kanika Patak madam. She used to teach us physics, and now ಎಷ್ಟಾದರೂ questions ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅವ್ರು ಒಟ್ಟನ್ನು ಟೈರ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. And she was so considerate of us that she also used to make us have fun in the class. So that was
very nice combination. See, interesting thing you mentioned is she was never tired. That means she had a lot of patience. The first and the foremost quality that a teacher should have is patience. You require patience. And secondly, he mentioned that she loved fun in the class. Don't make the class so drowsy, heavy. Bring some humor into the class. I can go on like this for 1 hour. But the purpose of doing this was, if I go on asking each one of you, you'll mention the name of a teacher and 2 qualities you like with them. If I had more time, I would have done that. I would write all these qualities on the board. In 15 minutes, you can write about 20 qualities. Alright? My question to you is this. Listen to me very carefully. At the end of your journey as a teacher, 20, 25 years or 30 years, whatever God ordains, at the end of it, where do you find yourself? I told you the spectrum of teachers. On one side, majority of the names are forgotten in the hazy crowd. Where you want to find your name? After you retire, if your students are asked the same question, who is their most favorite teacher? Will your students write your name? Or you want that you should write your name. If you want the students to write your name as the most favorite teacher and the best teacher, what qualities you must have? Same qualities that you mentioned. You don't have to go to the dictionary to find out what is the quality of a great teacher. You like the teacher because of those two qualities, right? If I have those qualities, there is a possibility that my students will rate me as the best teacher. Please remember this, beautiful example. I don't have to go to ask somebody to give a sermon on this. Move out, you can do a session in your own school. Do this exercise. Name of a teacher and two qualities you like in him. Write it on the board. You only write on the board. Put all the things together. If there are similar ones, cancel them out. Put all the 15, 20 qualities that we have. Put it on the staff board. If I can have these qualities, my students will never forget me. Is it not right? Therefore, if I want to be the best teacher that can ever be, I must have these qualities in me. Remember, children remember various things. They remember you because of your dress. Yes or no? Yes. In fact, many of you would have seen your teachers. She came with a perfect sari, properly pinned, hair properly put up, hold a book in her hand, walk like spring in her feet, and you decided if I became a teacher, I'll be like her. Yes or no? Yeah. And there's also a teacher who was so shabby about dress, not caring for anything else, hair scattered all over. You also decided, I'll never be like her. Is it not? So dress makes important impact on the students. We call the classroom environment. What is classroom environment? You are a part of the classroom environment. I find here, gentlemen are a hopeless minority here. Am I right? A small number, doesn't matter. I've seen, those who are there are very smart here. I've seen some places, they go at the Hawaii chapel. I have nothing against Hawaii chapels, but they have a place. In the classroom, I don't like them. You should be properly dressed in the class. Walk properly, because you are a legend there. You are seen there. And I told you earlier, what you see makes a strong impact. Therefore, you see the teacher coming there properly dressed. And children don't forget your dress. 30, 40 years after you complete the education, they come back to you and say, ma'am, how properly you are dressed at that time. Tell me honestly, most of your lady teachers here, has it not happened to you? Many times children come and tell you, ma'am, your sari is so good, ma'am. Have they not told you? I know. The problem is they are watching your sari more than what you are teaching. Is it not right? Therefore, there is so much of research has gone on. I want you to understand, the dress of a teacher makes an impact on learning. Your dress should not be a distraction for them. Imagine I go to the class with a bright red t-shirt. You know that. That means your dress is more attractive. Therefore, my dress should be appropriate, but not flashy. Keep the flashy things for marriage receptions, not for classroom teaching. And then when you go to the class, you know how to move around in the class. I've seen some teachers not moving at all. Sometimes that may shake, but they will not shake. Stand at one place and teach. How do you expect the children to focus on you? No movement is bad. Some people move too much. No movement is also bad. You should always appropriately try it. I have a suggestion to principal. Neha is a very good principal. I'll tell you one simple thing, ma'am. Keep a video camera in the last bench and record the class and give it back to them. Not for promotions and punishment. Record and give it to them. I did that. I was the first one in India to start that video classroom recording of teachers in 1981. I was the principal at that time. And initially basically teachers are reserved people. In fact, we closed the door behind us in the class. Ekameva Dvitiya, nobody else in the class. And if supposing somebody comes and sits in the class, I feel, why is she sitting in my class? Please allow the other teachers to come and sit in your class. If I am free, I can go and sit in her class. What is the problem? I can learn science. I can learn history. In fact, I will be the most honest person to tell you feedback about your class than anybody else. Therefore, I said, if your class is there, I recorded the class and gave it to them. Those are the CD tape days, video tapes. They were a little nervous. Sir, class becomes artificial. I said, don't worry. He will also not be there. I'll keep the camera fixed. He will record by remote. And as you come out of the class, I'll give you the tape to you. Go and show it to your husband. If you have the courage to watch it for 1 hour, he will watch it. And If they don't come back to me, I'll help you because I have learned communication skill from the real master in England called Peter Drucker. He taught us. I'll explain to you. Next day, my economics lecturer came. Sir, recording is bad, sir. I felt so bad. I've taken so much care to see recording is good. What is the problem? I can't hear anything, sir. I put the tape in the VCR and saw. Picture was very clear, but I can't hear anything. Going. Some noise was coming. I listened for about 5 minutes. Then I told her, Amma, your voice does not go beyond third bench. What will happen to the student sitting in the last bench? It's a mime show. Mime show for 5 minutes is good. But hour after hour, whole year, mime show is terrible. What will they do? She said, student never told us, sir. I said, our students are so good, I tell you, in India. Indian students are the best in the world, I tell you. You take the class and ask the student, how was my class? What will they say? Your class, sir, boring. They never say. Very good, sir. Very good, sir. Very good, madam. Why they say good? For 2 reasons. One is, if I say class was not good, you feel bad. Second one is, you start teaching all over again. Let us go. Our students are so kind. But basically, I should know how I am teaching. Record it and see for yourself. How am I doing? Is my voice modulation appropriate? You heard of the name of G.P. Rajaratnam? He was my mentor for first 10 years. It was he who taught me practice before the mirror. I did practice. I have no shame in telling you. I had a big cupboard has a big mirror. I stood before and practiced. After some time, I realized mirror is a big cheat. Left becomes right, right becomes left. And then secondly, it does not store. The moment you go away, the image is gone. I started recording on a tape recorder. Please do that in your class. Keep your mobile there. Start teaching. Go back home and see whether your voice modulation was appropriate. You're talking in a flat, monotonous tone. How can children listen to you for 45 minutes if the voice is so monotonous and flat? So can you see for yourself? So therefore we remember all the teachers with that. A very interesting experiment I tell you. When I was in the US, one of my students came back. They're all over the world. She's a chartered accountant there in US. She came with her husband. I'm not the accountancy lecturer still there in the college. I said, does he not have a name? I forgot the name, sir. He was always coming with a tight shirt, no, sir. I said, if he is wearing tight shirt, what is your problem? No, sir, interesting thing happened. He was like that only, accountancy teacher. He is a pakka DMK, black and red checks, tight shirt. Why he was wearing, I don't know. And the maths teachers and accountancy teachers have to write so much on the board. They have to write so much on the board. This girl sitting in the last bench would take a bet with the next student that when he goes to write, the shirt would tear here. Shirt never tore. Maybe he went to a good tailor. By watching him frequently and taking bet regularly, she remembers his dress more than his accountancy. You understand? We watch the dress. Some people remember you because of your language skills. Good, bad or indifferent. If your language is good, they say, many of you became good language teachers because of your language teachers. They taught you so well. I remember my teacher in Jamkhandi, my principal, T. Ruben, was an outstanding speaker. Absolutely top-class English teacher. He taught us, lead kindly light, Cardinal Newman's poem, lead kindly light amidst the encircling gloom. Typical British accent he had. He spoke so beautifully. Then he said, this is translated in Kannada by B.M. Shrikantaya, Karunadu Bhavela. It registered in my mind. 40 years later, when the paper asked me to write a column for the paper and asked me what is the title you are going to give, I did not think half a second. I said, Karunadu Bhavela. This is the impression a teacher makes on you. A language teacher makes on you. There is a great language teacher here. Compulsory is a great language teacher. So therefore, remember, your children remember you because of your dress first, then remember because of your language skills. And if your language skills are bad, children make jokes out of it. Remember, people make jokes about you. And third and most important, the classroom management. How did you manage your classroom? There are some teachers, I don't see anybody of like that in this group. Some are typical Hitlers. They don't allow the children to do this way and that way. Look here, look here, look here, look here. I said, why are you shouting, look here, look here? What else can they see? There's nothing they can see other than you. Only when it is impossible to see you, they look out of the world. Don't go on saying, look at. I don't think any PC Sarkar or any magician would ever say, look here, you will never say. He will do the most creative act and we sit there looking at it. If your classroom is exciting, you don't have to say, look here. If your classroom is beautiful, teaching so nicely, children will look at you only. And supposing the neighboring student disturbs you, shut up, listen to that. They will do that. I'll tell you an interesting incident. There was a great Sufi saint called Sarmast. Sarmast was a teacher. A beautiful teacher, excellent teacher. Children loved him. And they followed him like a pied piper wherever he went. They turned this side. Again after a minute they looked out. 3-4 times it happened. There is not something must be happening outside, which is drawing the attention of the children. He went and opened the door and saw. It's a village school, a small pathway in the front. An interesting thing was happening. A farmer was pulling the bull towards his house. A big bull. But the bull was refusing to come. The bull was pulling the farmer this side and farmer was pulling the bull this side. It was a beautiful tug of war between an animal and a human being. This Sarmast went there. What is the problem? He asked the farmer. Sir, my own bull, sir, refusing to come home. What shall I do? Sir, wait a minute. He went to the roadside. Lovely green grass had gone. He picked up a handful of grass, removed the soil and showed it to the bull. Bull started coming. He gave the grass to the farmer and said, show him, don't give him. Don't show the grass and start walking first. And the bull followed him. He came back. Children also were called out. They saw all that and came inside. He started the class. Students had no problem and Sarmast had no problem. But the teacher in the next classroom had a problem. He went and complained to the principal. What is this, Sarmast, sir? When a dog comes, it takes them out. Bull comes, it takes them out. Is it the way to take classes? Headmaster called Sarmast. What is happening in your class? So Sarmast could make out the complaint has gone to the principal. He said, sir, what was happening outside was happening in the class also, sir. Understand? What was happening outside? What was happening outside? Bull was pulling the farmer this side, farmer was pulling the this side. And the scene was pulling the student that side, I was pulling them this side. What did you do? Whatever I did there, I did here also, sir. What is that? The bull wanted grass, I gave the grass, it went. Children wanted to see that, I showed them and brought them back. Rigid. You should not be too flexible. I always say, classroom should be flexible enough for learning to happen, but not too flexible to be chaotic. Some classes are so rigid, in some classes teachers go on having the silence. Itself is a big noise. You don't know how to control the class. Children remember that. Oh, in her class we had a lot of food, you know. Did they not say? The moment you turn toward the board, they start making noise. But you don't know how to manage the class. They remember that also. So these are the 3 categories of things. I'll give a small technique to you today. How to manage the classroom. We are using there. India slowly is picking up. How do you handle the class? It is like, I imagine 11th month or 12th month old child starts walking. The child stands up and falls. The child has picked up, he wants to practice. What does the mother do? She holds the hand up. There are 3 things in this picture, please remember. Child is not holding the mother's. Now, there are 3 aspects in this. To what height the mother has to bend? But she bent down to a height that is comfortable for the child. You understand? She can't just stand like that and walk. She bends down, loose, hand falls off because child is the child. At what pace she walks? Sometimes the child starts running, she also runs with the child. Sometimes the child stops, she stops. Is it not right? She adjusts her pace to suit the pace of the child. One is bending down to the level of the child. What does that mean? You may be MSc, MA, MCom or PhD, MAd. Your knowledge level is very high. I was in London for some time. I met a young lady there, somewhere in 84, 85, 86. I was so impressed by her English. And she had done her PhD with William Golding. William Golding is a Nobel laureate. She did PhD with him. I was so impressed. I asked her, what are your plans? She said, I submitted a thesis, sir. I am going back to my country. Which way? Going India. She said, Bangalore, sir. Bangalore, I became still curious. Because I want a good English teacher in my college. Which area do you stay? And Bangalore is a place of distance, huge distances. And I said, next to my college. I said, don't apply. You are selected as a lecturer in chemistry and English. Join my college. I took her. And I had horns on my head. She didn't have. I had horns as a principal. Walking at the pace of the child is the third step. What do you mean walking at the pace of the child? Can somebody say? First is about bending down. The pace of the teaching in the class. All of us are human beings. Some chapters I like most. One chapter I like most, my face brightens. I go on giving example after example, describe it in such great detail. Next chapter I am not comfortable. So I go through. You go at a different pace. What are they communicating to the students? That the first chapter is important, second is not so important. Without your knowledge, you are passing on your prejudices onto the students. Don't do that. Many teachers do that. This is not what are you giving the impression to students? Those chapters done at the end are not important. That's not fair. So all the three things are important in classroom management. Then the most important, I come to this one. I have another 10 minutes. Harsha, 10 minutes? Okay. He has come to take me to Bailhongal, so therefore I should not make him wait. He is one of the finest person. He has done his education in US. Now he is managing the Bailhongal Kalparuksha Model School. And he has come here. I'm happy that he has come to take me. So coming back to this. More than these three things I told you, children remember you because of your dress, because of your language, because of classroom management. They also remember you because of the love and compassion that you have given to the child. Is it not right? This is very, very important. Please remember, the subject that you taught in the classroom for the whole year will be forgotten 6 months after the examinations are over. BA. Which subject, man? Oh, Kannada kedidra. Nim subject, madam? Mathematics. Oh, yes. Nim subject, madam? Kannada. Madam? Law. Okay. Engineering. Madam? English. Okay. Can you tell me, what was the second lesson in second BA? Who remembers? Nobody remembers. Teacher may remember. He has been teaching regularly. What does it mean is, whatever you studied for the examination will disappear 6 months after you completed the examination. But the games that you played in the school, the drama that you enacted in the annual day, the experience you had in the trip outside, or a fight that you had, did you have debate competitions when you were students? You had it, ma'am? Sir, you had debate competition? ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಏನದು? ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನೆನಪಿದೆಯಾ? Did you practice in any debate competition? ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಲೇ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಡಿಬೇಟು ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಇಂಥದ್ದು ಯಾವುದು? ಸರ್? They were not married at that time. Marriage is an obstacle for achievements in life. And that. Why I say is, you remember those things very well. I should focus on that. When I teach in the class, I should also give, apart from the subject, I should give my love and affection to the child. That they will never forget. They come back to you after 20 years. It happened to me. There is a university called as University of California at Berkeley. Normally when you meet the old students, you ask, which batch you belong to? What do you mean by batch? 2013, 13, 14? No. As teachers, we remember the most intelligent student and the most mischievous student. They are the reference points. You're asking, which batch means who are the other student with you? Am I right? And similarly, I asked Prema, which batch you are there? She smiled and said, Sir, Suma. Suma was my sister, sir. I got it. Suma and Prema were identical twins. They bothered me endlessly for 3 years. They are so identical twins. But marks card made the difference. Prema always got high marks and Suma struggled hard to get second class. I asked, how come you are here? She pulled me my hand and took me to the department of chemistry, my department. I have neither done research in that university nor taught in that university. But this girl tells me, took me to the staff lounge. There are 50 faculty members of different nationalities. She told them, I was telling you about my teacher because of whom I am here. He is my teacher. I felt like crying. Then she asked me, you remember, sir, one day you were coming down the staircase and I was staying there. You asked me, why Prema, looking dull? Any problem? I told, sir, I don't understand second law of thermodynamics, sir. Come, you took me to your chamber and gave me everyday examples and taught me chemistry. I loved it, sir. I did my MSc chemistry. Then I had a chance to go to Purdue University to do my PhD. Now I'm married to a person in San Francisco. I'm working as the faculty here, sir, for the last 5 years. Then suddenly she asked, you remember that, sir? I said, I don't remember. I go up and down the staircase 10 times a day. And every time I find a student there. But I'm grateful to you, Prema, for one thing. That the 10 minutes I spent with you on thermodynamics can bring you to University of California. I can spend my life for a student. Is it not right? Remember, this is the most important one. I request you, plead you, appeal to you, whenever you talk to children, let it not be very casual talk. Talk as if this sentence is going to change the life of a student. Change the direction of the student. It happened to Dr. Kalam. He has told me at least 10 times, he has told me the same story. Shiva Subramaniam Iyer, you know, he was studying in Rameshwaram, government school on the beach. No facilities, no flooring also, only sand there. The teacher was teaching how birds fly. He drew the picture and showed. He asked children, did you understand? They said, no, sir, we didn't understand. Come on. He took them on the beach. There are so many birds flying. He told them, look how the bird flies. As it flies, pushes the air back and moves forward. Children understood the meant. One fellow stayed there. Sir, I have a question, sir, he said. You told me the wings push the air back and the bird goes forward. But in the airplane, the wings are like this only, sir. They don't flutter. They don't push the air. But there's so much luggage inside, so many people are there. How does the plane fly, sir? Poor, honest teacher. Poor but honest teacher, he said, I don't know, child. I have not seen an airport. But you should go to the airport. And then he said, either intentional or unintentional, he said, only wish. You should make a good plane and take it on moon. You should make a good plane and take it on moon. That got etched on the child's heart. Passion became airplane. He started cutting down the pictures on the newspaper of airplane, sticking to some other book, rough book. Passion. He went to engineering, complete engineering in Madras, then went to NASA, became a missile man, came back and went to DRDO. He is working in DRDO. He went to DRDO, he became the director of DRDO and then became Bharat Ratna and the Rashtrapati. 10 times he has told me this. You know, the seed for my desire to become an aviation scientist was sown by my teacher on the beach of Rameshwaram. I remember the sentence by heart. I tell you how many times he has told. One day we were traveling together and a former president, he was former president at that time, he was given the full seat there, business class, separate flight for him. And I was sitting on this side, his secretary Prasad was sitting there. Kalam is one of the most innocent persons I have seen in my life. Most innocent. Come here. He made me sit next to him. Suddenly asked me, have I told you about my teacher? I have heard it already 10 times. I said, no sir, you have not told me. Hey, how is it I have not told you? The Prasad sitting in the front turned and gave an angry look at me. In my presence, you only heard 3-4 times. I just said, keep quiet. And again, Kalam started narrating the incident. I could even tell what he says next, because I have heard it so many times. But I enjoyed listening to it. And when I got down in Chandigarh, Prasad asked me, Hare, why are you asking me so many times? I said, you don't understand. It happens in your house also, my friends. Please tell me. Your elderly people at home, grandfather, grandmother, old father and mother, they start recollecting some of those moments in life. There is partial memory at that time. Some things they have forgotten. But some instance they don't forget. They keep on telling you so many times. My father used to do that. He ordered for a 350cc motorbike. He got one. He didn't know how to drive. Without knowing how to drive, how he took this vehicle back home is a romantic story. He has told me so many times. And my children were so tired of listening to it. You'll call them, motorcycle ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಅಚ್ಚಾ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಓಡ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ರು. ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, ಅಪ್ಪ ಖಾಲಿ ಕೂತಾಗ ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಕೂತಿದ್ರೆ ಪಕ್ಕ ಕೊಡು, ಅಣ್ಣ ನೀನು ಮೋಟರ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ಯಾ, ನಿನಗೆ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲೇನೋ ಅನ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳೋರು ಕೂರ್ತಿ. ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಕೇಳೋದು, ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಇಷ್ಟು ಕೇಳ್ತೀಯ ಅದನ್ನು ಅಂತ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಈ ಮಾತು ಮರಿಬೇಡಿ. ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿರಿಯರು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಕಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಫ್. ವಾಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಗಿವ್ ದೆಮ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಏಜ್? ಅಮ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಹೊಸ ಸೀರೆ ತಂದುಕೊಡಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ತರ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂತಾರು. ಯಾಕೆ ತರ್ತೀರಿ? ಬೇಡ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸೀರೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ದೊಡ್ಡವರು ಧೋತ್ರ ತಂದುಕೊಡಿ, ಶರ್ಟ್ ತಂದುಕೊಡಿ, ಬೇಡ ಅಂತಾರೋ, ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಅವ್ರ ಕತೆ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಕೇಳಿ, ಲುಕ್ ಎಟ್ ದ ಸ್ಪಾರ್ಕಲ್ ಇನ್ ದೇರ್ ಐಸ್ ಅಟ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಜಾಯ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಫೇಸ್. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ದೆಮ್ ಟು ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಏಜ್. Is it not right? It's the greatest gift you can give it to them. That's why I told him I will listen to Kalam another 10 times if he tells me, because that gives him joy sharing with us. So therefore, please remember this most important. If a primary school teacher in Rameshwaram can produce a president of India, what is our problem? The problem is fire in the belly. I need that fire in the belly to treat that child is capable of becoming the president. Ayyo, ivanenaagtanre adenu agalla. Who knows what these children become? Hello, sir. He may become the president, he may become the prime minister. We don't know. They come with no tag at all. The girl becomes the greatest in the country and start teaching. And then secondly, if I can love that student at least as much as my own children, your children will be happy. Some people call me blackmailing antare. Na blackmail white mail ಮಾಡೋದು ಹಿಂಗೆ. ಆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ನೀವು ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ನಿಮಗೆ ತಟ್ಟುತ್ತೆ. ಇದ್ರಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡಿ ವಾಚ್ ನೋಡು 4:30 ಆಯ್ತು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ, ಅರ್ಥ ದಡ್ಡೈತಾನ್ರಿ ಅವನು, ಇಡೀ ವರ್ಷ ಕಲಿಸಿದ ಏನೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅನ್ನಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. ನಾನು ಇದುವರೆಗೂ ದಡ್ಡ ಹುಡುಗ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ. ಇದು 53ನೇ ವರ್ಷ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು ನಾವು. 1972 ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಶುರು ಆದ ವರ್ಷ ನಾನು ಪಾಠ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಆದರೆ ದಡ್ಡ ಹುಡುಗ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಅನ್ನಲ್ವನು. ಏನು ದಡ್ಡಿದ್ದಾನ್ರಿ ಅವನು, ಇಡೀ ವರ್ಷ ಕಲಿಸಿದೆ ತಿಳಿಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅಂತೀವಲ್ಲ. ಐ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಇಡೀ ವರ್ಷ ತಿಳಿಲಾರ್ದಂಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕಲಿಸಿದ್ರಿ ನೀವು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇಡೀ ವರ್ಷ ಕಲಿಸಿವ್ರು ತಿಳಿಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆದರೆ ಅವನು ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಇಡೀ ವರ್ಷ ಕಲಿಸ್ಲಾರ್ದಂಗೆ ತಿಳಿಲಾರ್ದಂಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕಲಿಸಿದ್ರಿ ನೀವು? ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ಇಫ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯು ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು, ಎಟ್ ದಿ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೇ, ಏನು ಮಾತಾಡಿದೇನಪ್ಪ ಅರ್ಥನೇ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫೇಲ್, ಐ ಫೇಲ್ಡ್. ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್? I failed in communicating to you what I had in my mind. Similarly, at the end of 1 year, you say that he did not understand. I did not make it understandable. It's on me. Therefore, I'll take it that way. But ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, ಯಾವ ಹುಡುಗ ದಡ್ಡ ಅಂತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರ ತಾಯಿನ ಕೇಳಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಶಿ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಸೆಸರ್. ಆಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ, ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ದಡ್ಡ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಗಣಿತ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅವನಿಗೆ. ನಥಿಂಗ್ ರಾಂಗ್. ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದು, ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಎನಿ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಡನ್. ಲವ್ ದ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಹುಡುಗರ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. ವಿ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ವೆರಿ ಅನ್ಫಾರ್ಚುನೇಟ್ಲಿ. ಎಷ್ಟರ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕೂತ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ ದೇ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಓವರ್ ದಿಸ್. ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಡ್ಡ ಅಂತ ತಲೆಗೆ ಹಾಕಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅವ್ನು ದಡ್ಡ ಅಂತ ಖಾತ್ರಿ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ. ನಾನು ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಒಬ್ಬ ಹುಡುಗಿನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬಂದರು ಬಾಂಬೆದಿಂದ, ನೂರೇನ್ ಕೋಟ್ವಾಲ ಅಂತ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್ ದ ನೇಮ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಮುಸ್ಲಿಂ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ, ರಿಚ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ. ಬಂದರು ಆ ಹುಡುಗಿ. She was getting into 6th standard or 7th standard. Tall for her age and beautiful child. ಅಮ್ಮ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಮಗಳು ಕೂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ ಹುಡುಗಿನ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಕೇಳಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ವಾಟ್ಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ನೇಮ್ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂದೆ. ಆಕೆಯನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದ ನನಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಕಮ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಅಂದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ನನಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ನನ್ನ ಕಿವಿನೂ ಹೋಯ್ತೋ ಏನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ಅಮ್ಮನ ಕೇಳಿದೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದರ್ ನೇಮ್? ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಪ್ ಅಂದೆ. ಅಮ್ಮ ಗಂಡು ಸನ್ನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಗಂಡ ಹುಡುಗಿನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೊರಗೋದು. ಇದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ನಾಟಕ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. ನಾನು ಹುಡುಗಿ ಹೆಸರು ಕೇಳಿದ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರು. ಅಮ್ಮ ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು, ಅಳೋಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಯಾಕೆ ಏನಾಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದೆ. ಸರ್ ಇದು ಮಗು ಹೊಟ್ಟೆಲಿದ್ದಾಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸರ್, ಶೇರ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಫೋರ್ಸೆಪ್ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಆಯಿತೋ ಏನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಮೈಲ್ ಸ್ಟೋನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಲೋ. ಶಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಟ್ 3.5 years. ಮಾತಿಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ಲರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು. ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಕ್ಕ ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಪರಿಚಯದವ್ರ ಶಾಲೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ವಿ. ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಶಾಲೆಯನ್ನು ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದರು ಅವರು. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬುದ್ಧಿಮಾಂದ್ಯ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಮೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ದ ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾ ಟು ಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ವಿತ್ ಮೈ ಡಾಟರ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಸರ್. ಟುಡೇ ಆನ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಡಾಟರ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹುಡುಗಿಗೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಹುಬ್ಳಿ ಕಡೆ ಭಾಳ, ಧಾರವಾಡ ಹುಬ್ಳಿ ಬಿಜಾಪುರ ಕಡೆ ಅಂತ ಭಾಳ ಕಾಮನ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹುಡುಗಿಗೆ ಹಾಕಿವಿ ನೋಡಿರಿ ಸರ್. ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹುಡುಗಿ ಹರಿದೋಗಿದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಡೋದು ನನಗೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗೆ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಟುಡೇ ಯು ಆರ್ ದ ಫಾದರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, ತೊಗೊಂಡೆ. ನನಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯಿತು. ಐ ಇಷ್ಟು ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಇನ್ನಿದ್ದು ಹುಡುಗರಿದ್ರು. ಅಂಥ ಹುಡುಗರ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನನಗೆ. ಒಬ್ಬ ಪ್ಯಾರಲೈಸಿಸ್ ಹುಡುಗ ಇದ್ದ, ಪಂಡರ್ಪುರ ಹುಡುಗ. ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಗೋದು ನಾನು, ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು. ಐ ಕುಡ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಔಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಗರ್ಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ರೈಟ್. ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಆ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಬಿಟ್ಟು NIOS ಇದೆ, ಆವಾಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ನಾನು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ನಾನು. ಆ ಹುಡುಗಿಗೆ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಂಟೀರಿಯರ್ ಡಿಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೋಮ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಿಸಿದೆ. ಆಕೆಗೆ ಆ 2 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು, ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. ಶಿ ಫೈನ್ಸ್ ದ 10th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಗುಡ್ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್, 60% ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಲು. ಬಾಂಬೆಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರು. ಯಾರೂ ಆಕೆ SSLC ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ 10th ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಮುಂದೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಯ್ತು, 10 ವರ್ಷ ಐ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಹರ್. ಇಸ್ ಅ ರಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ, ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ. ದೆನ್ 10 ವರ್ಷ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಆಕೆಗೆ. ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಫೋನ್ ಬಂತು ಅವ್ರ ತಾಯಿದು. ಸರ್, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಗುಡ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು, ನೂರೇನ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಮ್ಯಾರಿಡ್. ತಕ್ಷಣ ಆ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದು ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಶಿ ಸ್ನ್ಯಾಚ್ಡ್ ದ ಫೋನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅವರ್ ಮದರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೆಡ್, ಸರ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಯು, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಕಮ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಯುವರ್ ಡಾಟರ್, ಯು ನೋ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಿಸ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶಿ ವಾರ್ನ್ಡ್ ಮಿ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಕಮ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾರಿಡ್. ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಭೀಷ್ಮ ಪ್ರತಿಜ್ಞೆ ಮಾಡೋ ಕಾರಣ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮದುವೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ. ಹ್ಯೂಜ್ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್, ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಟಚಿಂಗ್. ಐ ಗೆಟ್ ಗೂಸ್ ಬಂಪ್ಸ್ when I think of it. ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಮದುವೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ನಿಕಾ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು. ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಬಂದರು, ನಾನು ರೂಮಿಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಹುಡುಗಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಗಂಡನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬಂದು ನನ್ನ ರೂಮಿಗೆ ಪರಿಚಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ ನಂತ ತಮ್ಮ ಗಂಡನಿಗೆ. ಯು ನೋ, ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಮೈ ಬಯೋಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಫಾದರ್. ಅಪ್ಪ, ಮೈ ರಿಯಲ್ ಫಾದರ್ ಈಸ್ ಸರ್. I feel like crying. Then she told me, ಅಪ್ಪ ಗಂಡು ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ ನನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಸರ್, ಶಿ ಟಾಕ್ ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಯು ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ. ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ, ನೀ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯಮ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ ಹುಡುಗಿಗೆ. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯ ಈಗ, ಬಾಂಬೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀಯಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯ? ಸರ್, ಐ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜಸ್ ಸರ್. ನಿನ್ನ ಮದುವೆ ಈಗಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲೇ ಅಂದೆ. ನನ್ನ ಮದುವೆ ಈಗಾಯ್ತು ಸರ್, ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾನು ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಅ ಕಂಪನಿ. ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು 25 ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್. ಕೆಲಸ ತುಂಬ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಸಂಬಂಧಿಕರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. 30-35 ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್. ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ 25 ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ನೀವು ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಾನು ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಮನುಷ್ಯ. ನಾನು ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಂದಿ ಭಾಳ ದೊಡ್ಡದು ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ದುಡ್ಡಿನ ವ್ಯವಹಾರದವನು. ಆಕೆ ಕೇಳಿದೆ, ಲಗ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯಮ್ಮ, ಒಂದು ಲಗ್ನಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಉಳಿತದೆ ನೀನು ರೊಕ್ಕ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಖರ್ಚು. ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೌಡ್ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ. ಸರ್, ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೆಟ್ 500 ಗರ್ಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಟು ಸರ್ವ್ ಫುಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್. ಐ ಗಾಟ್ 4 MBAs ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಮೀ ಟು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಇವೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಎಲ್ಲವು. ಒಂದು ಮದುವೆಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಉಳಿತದೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ನಿನಗೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದೆ. ಆನ್ ಎನ್ ಎವರೇಜ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ 25 lakhs ಮಾರ್ಜಿನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಈಚ್ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಸರ್ ಅಂದರು. ನನಗೆ ಗುಣಾಕಾರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 25 ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, 25 ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಹರ್ ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂ ಪರ್ ಇಯರ್ ಈಸ್ 6.25 crores. And we had branded this child as a dull and mentally retarded child. Is it not right? How criminal we are in branding the child as mentally retarded. Maybe the fellow who got 100 out of 100 in mathematics is working as an accountant in her company. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನೋ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನೋ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಎನಿ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ದಟ್ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಲ್. ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸ ಏನು, ಮೇಷ್ಟ್ರ ಕೆಲಸ? ನಾಟ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ವೇರ್ ದ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗುಡ್. ಮೈ ಜಾಬ್ ಇಸ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ವೇರ್ ದ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಗುಡ್. ಅದೇ ತಾನೇ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾನಿಫೆಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇನ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್. ಇದೇ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ನಾವು ಎಡ್ಯುಕೇರ್ ದ ಪದ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಟು ಡ್ರಾ ಔಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗುಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್. ಇಫ್ ದ ಫೆಲೋ ಇಸ್ ಗುಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಿಂಗಿಂಗ್, ಲೆಟ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಎ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಸಿಂಗರ್. He earns much more reputation and money than anybody else. If he designed to be an artist, let him become an artist. ನನ್ನ ಕೆಲಸ ಇರೋದು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗುಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್, ಗಿವ್ ಫಿಲಿಪ್ ಟು ಇಟ್, ಪುಷ್ ಇಟ್ so that he can become a great achiever. Alva? Nurain Kotwala stands as a classic example before me. A child branded as mentally challenged. Today she is icon. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದು, ಲವ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್. ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳಿ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನೀವು ಬಹುಶಃ ಕೇಳಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನು. ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸಲ ಬಂದ ಫುಲ್ ಡೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅವರು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಜ್ಜ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಟೀಚರ್, ಸರಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಘಟನೆ ಅದು. ಭಾಳ ಬಡತನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಂಥ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಜ್ಜ. ಬೆಂಕಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಬೆಂಕಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಡತನ ಬೆಂಕಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ಬಂದವನು. ಗಲಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ಊರು ಬಿಜಾಪುರ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಅಪ್ಪ ಇರ್ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಲ್, ಊರು ತಿರುಗೋದು, ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಾಳಜಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ಕಷ್ಟ, ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಇರ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಜೋಳದ ನುಚ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿ ತಿನ್ನಬೇಕು. ಈ ಬೇಸಿಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ಹಿಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ, ಒಳಗಿನ ಬಂಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದುಬಿಡ್ತವೆ. ಬಿಜಾಪುರ ಬಿಸಿಲು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಅಜ್ಜ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದ ಅಂದರೆ ಶರ್ಟ್ ಬಿಚ್ಚಿ ಆ ಕಲ್ಲು ಮೇಲೆ ಮಲ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಸುಡು ಕಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಬೇರೆ ಸುಡ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಮೈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾದು ಕೆಂಪಾಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ಮನೆಗೆ ಓಡಿ ಹೋಗೋದು, ಅಮ್ಮ ಜ್ವರ ಬಂದವ ನನಗೆ. ಹೌದಲ್ಲೋ, ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಅನ್ನ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಮೈ ಸುಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರುವಂಥ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅವಾಗ. ಆದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಜ್ಜ ಸ್ವಾಭಿಮಾನಿ ಮನುಷ್ಯ, ಮೇಷ್ಟ್ರಾದ, ಬಿಕೇಮ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಟೀಚರ್. ಚಂದ ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡಿದ. ನಮ್ಮಪ್ಪ ಒಬ್ಬನೇ ಮಗ, ಚಂದ ಬೆಳೆಸಿದ ಅಜ್ಜ. ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಕೊರಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅವನು ನನಗೆ. ಐ ಲೈಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಈಸ್, ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ನಾನು ಬಡತನ ಇತ್ತು, ಭಾಳ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಎಂದೆಂದೂ ಅನ್ನಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು. ಅಜ್ಜ ನನಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಪ್ರೀತಿ, ನಾನೇ ದಿನ ಹಾಸಿಗೆ ಹಾಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಜ್ಜನಿಗೆ. ಅವ್ನು ತೀರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋತಂಗ ನಾನೇ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಬಿಳಿ ಹಾಸಿಗೆ ಬೆಡ್ಶೀಟ್ ಹಾಕಿ ತಲೆಗೆ ಮುಂದೆ ನೀರು ಇಡಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹಾಸಿಗೆ ಚಲೋ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಅನ್ನೋ. ಯಾಕೆ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು? ಸಣ್ಣವಿದ್ದಾಗ ಭಾಳ ಚಲೋ ಇತ್ತು ಹಾಸಿಗೆ. ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ಬಡತನ ಇತ್ತು. ಅವಾಗೇನಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದೆ. ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಹಾಸಿಗೆ ಇತ್ತು. ದ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಟು ಲುಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಗುಡ್ ಈವನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವರ್ಸ್ಟ್. ಈ ಗುಣ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೇಷ್ಟ್ರಿಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಏನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅವಾಗ? ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದೆ. ಏನಿಲ್ಲೋ, ಗೋಣಿ ಚೀಲ ಒಳಗೆ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಕೆಳಗಿಂದ ಹಾಸಿಗೆ ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಹೊದಿಕಿ, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಅನ್ಸ್ಕೊಳಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವಿದ್ದ ಒಂದು ಘಟನೆ ಆದದ್ದು. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಗೆಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್. ನಾವು ಧಾರವಾಡದಲ್ಲಿದ್ವಿ, ಕೆ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್ನಾಗ ಓದ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. 61-62ಕ್ಕೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಚೈನಾ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಡ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ರೇಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಶುರು ಆಯ್ತು ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಾಗ. ಅಕ್ಕಿ, ಸಕ್ಕರೆ, ಸೀಮೆಎಣ್ಣೆ ಮೂರನ್ನೂ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ನಾಗ ತೊಗೋಬೇಕು. ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾನ್ ಬೇರೆ. ಒಂದು ಜಿಲ್ಲೆ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಗೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಆ ಹೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೊಂದು ಪತ್ರ ಬಂತು ಬಿಜಾಪುರದಿಂದ. ನಮ್ಮ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಹೆಣ್ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೆರಿಗೆ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಸಿಗೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಧಾರವಾಡದಿಂದ 4 kg ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಿ ಬಾಣಂತಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಜ್ಜಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ರೂಲ್ ಅದು, ಬಟ್ ಕರಳು ಕೇಳಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಅವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸೂಟ್ ಕೇಸೆಲ್ಲ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಸಿಗೆ ಸುರುಳಿ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಒಂದು ಜಮಖಾನೆ, ಹಳೆ ಮಂದಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ. ಒಂದು ಹಾಸಿಗೆ ಜಮಖಾನೆ ಹಾಸಿದ, ಅವನ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ನನ್ನ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿ ನಡು ಒಂದು 4 kg ಅಕ್ಕಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಮಗ್ಲರಲ್ಲ ಏನಲ್ಲ, 4 kg ಬಾಣಂತಿ ತೊಗೊಂಟಾನ. ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸುತ್ತಿ ಹಾಸಿಗೆ ಹಗ್ಗ ಬಿಗಿದು ಸುರುಳಿ ಮಾಡಿದ. ನಾನು ಅಜ್ಜ ಹಾಸಿಗೆ ಸುರುಳಿ ಬಿಜಾಪುರಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ್ವಿ. ಬಿಜಾಪುರದಾಗ ಇಳಿದ್ವಿ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ನಾಗ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಣ್ಣು ಮುಂಚಿತ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಕಚ್ಚಿ ಧೋತ್ರ, ಬಿಳಿ ಶರ್ಟು, ಕರಿ ಕೋಟು, ಟೊಪ್ಪಿಗೆ, ಎಡಗಡೆ ಹೆಗಲ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಸಿಗೆ ಸುರುಳಿ, ಬಲಗೈಯಾಗ ನಾನು, 2 ಲಗೇಜೆ. ಲಘು ನಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅವಸರ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದ? ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಹಿಡಿದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆದರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಿಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ ಹೊರಗೆ ನಾವು. ಯಾರೋ ಅಜ್ಜದ ಹೆಗಲ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೈ ಇಟ್ಟರು. ತಿರುಗಿ ನೋಡಿದ ಪೊಲೀಸ್. ಒಂದು ಕ್ಷಣದಾಗ ಅಜ್ಜ ಬೆವಂತ್ಬಿಟ್ಟ. ನನ್ನ ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, ದರ್ಬಾರ್ ಅಕ್ಕಿತ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವಾಗೇನು ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಪಾಪ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ಗೆ. ಇವ್ರು ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ನನ್ನ ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ನೀ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ವಾಪಸ್ ಧಾರವಾಡಕ್ಕಂದು? ನನಗೇನು ಗೊತ್ತು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರು ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ಹೋಗ್ರಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಅಂದ. ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ರೂಮ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ದ. ಇವನೇ ಸಾಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಹೆದರ್ಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಇನ್ನು ಸಾಹೇಬ್ ಬೇರೆ. ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ರೂಮ್ ಕಡೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಯಾರೂ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಜ್ಜ ಅಂದ, ಹೋಗು ನಡೀರಿ, ಯಾರೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೋಗು ನಡಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ. ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಓದಿರ್ದ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಂಟ್ರಿ? ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರು ಜೀಪ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟಾರ, ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಾಗಬೇಕಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಜ್ಜ ಅಳೋದೊಂದು ಬಾಕಿ ಇತ್ತು. ಆಗಿನ ಕಾಲದಾಗ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಜೀಪ್ನಾಗ ಹೋಗುವಂಥ ಅವಮಾನಕರ ಸಂಗತಿ ಇನ್ಯಾವುದೂ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಜೀಪ್ನಾಗ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರಂತೆ ಖಾತ್ರಿ. ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಪಿಕ್ನಿಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಮಂದಿ ಆಮಂತಾರೆ. ನನಗೆ ಖುಷಿ ಇತ್ತು, ಸಣ್ಣ ಹುಡುಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ನನಗೆ. ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಎಂಜಾಯಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಬೈ ಜೀಪ್. ಖುಷಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. ಜೀಪ್ ಸುತ್ತಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಯಾವುದೋ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮನೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ತು. SP ಮನೆ ಅದು. ಈಗ SP ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಅದು. ಆಗಂತೂ ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕದು. ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಹಾಸಿಗೆ ಸುಳಿ ಬಿಡೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನು. ಅದು ತೊಗೊಂಡಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಟ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತಿದ್ವಿ. ವಸ್ತ್ರ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಮಾರಿ ಒರೆಸ್ಕೊತಾನ. ಬೆವತ್ತು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದ. ಆತಪ್ಪ ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರ ಅಂತ. ಅಕ್ಕಿ ತರಬಾರ್ದಾಗಿತ್ತು ಕೂತಿದ್ದ. ಒಳಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಬಂದ ಹಾಲ್ನಾಗಿಂದ. ಬರ್ರಿ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರು ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಈ ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಕರೆಯೋದು ಹೆಂಗೆ? ಮನೆ ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ಕರೆದ್ರು ಹಂಗೆ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಮೊದಲೇ ಹೆದರಿದ್ದ ಅಜ್ಜ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆದರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋದ. ಅವನಿಂದ ಬಲ್ಲಂಗೋಚಿ ನಾನು ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋದ. ಅವ್ನು ಕೈ ಮುಕ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ಹೋದ. ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡ್ಯಾನಲ್ಲ ಅಪರಾಧಿ. ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಹಾಲು, ಸೋಫಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕ್ಯಾರ. 3 ಮಂದಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ನಿಂತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಮೊದಲು ಆರ್ಡರ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತಿದ್ರು ಮನ್ಯಾಗ, ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಮನ್ಯಾಗ. ನಡುವೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಎತ್ತರ ಮನುಷ್ಯ, ಕಪ್ಪು ಮನುಷ್ಯ, ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಮೀಸೆ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಿಂತಾನೆ. ಮಗ್ಳು ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚಂದ ಹೆಂಗ್ಸು. ಅಜ್ಜಿಗೆ ಅನಿಸಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅವನೇ ಎಸ್ ಪಿ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ತಪ್ಪಾತ್ರಿ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಅಜ್ಜ ಕೈ ಮುಗಿದ. ಇವ್ರು ನೋಡಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲವ. ತೆಳಗೆ ಉದ್ದು ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಜ್ಜನ ಕಾಲು ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಬಿಟ್ಟ. ಅಜ್ಜ ಗಾಬರಿ, ಯಾರು ಇವರು ಅಂತಾನೆ. ಆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಸಾಹೇಬರು ಅಂತ. ಇದುವರೆಗೂ ಮಂದಿ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರ ಕಾಲಿಗೆ ಬೀಳೋದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದರೆ ಹೊರತಾಗಿ ಸಾಹೇಬರು ಮತ್ತೊಬ್ಬರ ಕಾಲಿಗೆ ಬೀಳೋದು ನೋಡಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರ ಅಂದ. ಎದ್ದು ನಿಂತಾವ ಸಾಹೇಬ್, ಕೈ ಮುಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಿಂತಾನೆ. ಕಣ್ಣಾಗ ನೀರು ಬರ್ತಾವ. ಗುರ್ತು ಹತ್ತಿರಿ ಸರ್ ನಂದು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ದ. ಇಲ್ರಿ ಗುರ್ತು ಹತ್ತಿಲ್ರಿ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರ. ನಾನು ರೀ ಸರ್ ಭೀಮಾ. ಯಾ ಭೀಮಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ದೆ. ನಾವು ಧಾರವಾಡ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೆಸರು ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಭಾಳ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು. ರಾಮ ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರಿಡೋದು ರಾಮ್ಯಾ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋದು. ಭೀಮಾ, ಭೀಮ್ಯಾ, ಗುಂಡ್ಯಾ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಕರೀತಾವೆಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ರೀ ಸರ್ ಭೀಮಾ ಅಂತ. ಯಾವ ಭೀಮಾ ಅಂತ ಅಜ್ಜ ಕೇಳ್ದ. ಹೇಳ್ದ, ಸರ್ ನಾನು ರೀ ಸರ್ ಮುರುಗೋಡು ಭೀಮ್ಯಾ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನ್ಯಾಗಿದ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಮುಳುವಾಡದಾಗ ಅಂದ. ಕೈ ಮುಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಿಂತಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಜ್ಜ. ಬಲಗೈ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬಂತು. ಒಂದು ಕ್ಷಣದಾಗ ಎತ್ತಿ ಕಪಾಳಿ ಹೊಡೆದ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಗನ ಭೀಮ್ಯಾ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಆಗಿಯೇನೋ ಅಂದ. ನನಗೆ ಹೆದರಿಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ತಿರುಗಿ ಹೊಡೆದ್ರೆ ಗತಿ ಏನು ನಮ್ಮ ಅಜ್ಜಂದು. ಹೊಡಿಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೊಡೆದ ಬಿಕ್ಕಿ ಕಳ್ತಾ. ಹೊಡೀರಿ ಸರ್, ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಆದದ್ದು ಸರ್ ನಾನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ನಾವು ಯಾರೂ ಮುಡ್ಸ್ಕೋತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು. ನಮ್ಮಪ್ಪ ರಸ್ತೆ ಕಸ ಗುಡಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದ. 4ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೀನು ಬಾರೋ ಭೀಮ್ಯಾ, ನಿನಗೂ 8 ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ದಿವ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಬಾ ಅಂತ ಕರೆದ. ನೀವು ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದು ಅಪ್ಪನ ಹತ್ರ ಜಗಳಾಡಿ ಬಿಡಿಸ್ಬೇಡ, ಹುಡುಗ ಶಣ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಓದಲಿ. 7ನೇ ತನಕ ಓದಿಸಿದ. ಮುಂದೆ ಶಾಲೆ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಜಾಪುರ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಹಾಸ್ಟೆಲ್ ಫೀಸ್ ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಂದ್ರಿ. ನೆನಪದ್ರಿ ಸರ್? ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಇನ್ನು ನಾನು ಕಸ ಗುಡಿಸ್ಕೋತಾ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಭಾಳ ಚಂದ ಹೇಳ್ದ. ತನ್ನ ಹೆಂಡ್ತಿ ಹೇಳ್ದ, ದಿನ ದೇವರು ಪೂಜೆ ಅಂತೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇವರೇ ನನ್ನ ದೇವರು, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ಬಾ. ಇಬ್ಬರು ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಜ್ಜ ಅವನು ಅಪ್ಕೊಂಡ. ಬೋತ್ ವರ್ ಕ್ರೈಯಿಂಗ್. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ಸೈಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಗಾಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ಸಿ. On one side there was a gratified student, a grateful student. On the other side a gratified teacher. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಜ್ಜ ಬಿಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ. ಭೀಮ್ಯಾ, ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ನಾಗೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೆ ಹೋದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀನು? ನೋಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ಲ? ಈಗ ಒಂದು ತಾಸ್ನಾಗ 3 ಸಲ ಸತ್ತುಟ್ಟಿನಿ ನಾನು. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ಲ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವನ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಭಾಳ ಚಂದಿತ್ತು. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್? ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ, ಕಾಲಾಗಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿತ್ತು. ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದು ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀನಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲು ಹಿಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ದ. ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಋಣ ಎಷ್ಟದ ಅಂದರೆ, ಹೇಳಿದ ಮಾತು ಮರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನನ್ನ ಮೈ ಮೇಲಿನ ಚರ್ಮ ತೆಗೆದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲಿಗೆ ಚಪ್ಪಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಋಣ ತೀರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ರೀ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ವಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಗ್ಲೋರಿಯಸ್ ಸೈಟ್. ಐ ಲರ್ನ್ ಒನ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಲೆಸನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮೈ ಲೈಫ್ ಈಸ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಅಜ್ಜ ಭೀಮ್ಯಾನ 30 ವರ್ಷ ನೋಡಿಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗುರುತೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಮರ್ತೋಗ್ಯಾನ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕ ಹುಡುಗ ಮಾಸ್ತರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಋಣ ಎಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡದದ ಅಂದರೆ 30 ವರ್ಷ ಆದರೂ ಮರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ನದಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಅಂತರ್ಗಾಮಿಯಾಗಿ ಹರಿತಿರ್ತದ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಲವ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಅವತ್ತು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವತ್ತೇನೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ 10 ವರ್ಷ ಹುಡುಗರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಸರ್ ಇವತ್ತು ನೀವೇ ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ನಮಗೆ, ಇವತ್ತು ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಸರ್. ಹಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಲ್ಲ, ಯುವರ್ ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಗುಡ್, ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಗುಡ್, ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಗುಡ್, content knowledge should be very high, and ability to communicate in the appropriate way, voice modulation, all these are essentials. The icing on the cake is the love that you give it to the student is more important. ಉಳಿಕಿದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೆಂಗೋ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬೇಜಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡ್ರಿ ಮುಖದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ. Teacher should be cheerful all the time. Even if there is volcano erupting in your heart, you have no business but to smile. You have to smile. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ರೀ, ಸುಸ್ತಾಗ್ಯದ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್, ಹುಡುಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮದು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅದು ಹುಡುಗ. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಅಫೋರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಶೋ ಎ ಟಯರ್ಡ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಟೀಚರ್. ಯು ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಶೋರ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಟು ಬಿ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, every child that comes into school in your class is a gift of God. No gift of God is useless. And if you brand it is useless, you have not read properly. Treat every child as a potential successful leader. Put all love, affection, training, ella kodonanta. My job is to see that the boy goes on the pedestal, the girl goes on the pedestal, and I applaud in the side wings their success. That is the hallmark of a great teacher. I'll close with one last statement. This is the story of H.G. Wells, which Radhakrishnan modified as only he could do it. Once God came down to earth, Since yesterday was the Christmas day, I can use this. God came down to earth. He wanted to see how his children are living in the world. God went further. He found another man involved in all bad habits. God asked him, why are you wasting your life in vices? The man said, Father, I was blind. He gave me eyes. What else shall I do? I see nice things. God felt further bad. He came to the end of the village. He found an old man crouched and crying bitterly. He asked him, why are you crying, old man? The old man said, Father, I was dead. You brought me back to life. What else shall I do? This is the achievement story. Radhakrishnan modifies it further and says, if God were to come to earth and see us involved in colossal destruction on a horrible scale, we are dividing the world into caste, community, greed, gender, language. Are we not breaking down the whole world into barriers? Killing each other for silly reasons? My friends, you should know, 20th century is the bloodiest century in human history. Let's see, 2 world wars. 2 world wars. But you should also know, the number of people who died in the wars is not even 1/3 of the deaths that have happened because of religion. Religion has killed more people than 2 worlds put together. Are we not destroying the children by putting the communal ideas? God may ask us, why are you involved in mutual destruction on a colossal scale? Why are you pouring molten steel into the veins of innocent youth? Our answer would be, this is the beautiful part of the story. God, you gave us heart but no soul. You gave us eyes but no vision. Gave us life but no way of life. It's chennagide. You gave us eyes but no vision. You gave us heart but no soul. You gave us life but no way of life. Radhakrishnan ends the story by saying, parents give life alone. The teacher who gives the way of life. That is our commitment. That is our promise. We shall fulfill that. We shall fulfill that. Till the last day I am in the office as a teacher, I must continue to inspire students. I have no other business other than that. Thank you so much.
Sir, it was simply amazing. We wish the session was a little longer, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing your invaluable thoughts and guidance, which will surely help us in our teaching profession. With hearts full of gratitude, we have come to the end of today's program. May I now request our Honorary Secretary, Lion Shambhu Yavgal, sir, to propose the vote of thanks.
At the outset, on behalf of the Lions English Medium School, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Gururaj Karajagi for delivering a deeply inspiring and thoughtful-provoking motivational address today. His words were not merely a speech, but a powerful life lesson that will continue to guide our students, parents, and educators alike. I would like to express my sincere thanks to all the management members of different schools, our own management members, Lion members, teachers of various schools for their active participation. I thank all the teaching and non-teaching staff of the Lion School for their dedicated efforts and a smooth, meaningful success. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. I request kindly join for lunch. Thank you.